Picture this. A crisp, early winter morning. The garden looks quiet, maybe even asleep, but beneath that blanket of cold soil, magic is waiting to happen. While most people pack away their tools, thinking the season's over, smart gardeners know this is actually the secret window to start something new. The seeds you sow now will reward you with a head start when spring returns, stronger, tastier, and far more resilient plants. So if you've ever wondered what you can sow right now, in early winter, to make your garden thrive while others sleep, stay with me till the end. I promise, by the time you finish watching, you'll see why this cold season is secretly your biggest opportunity. Before we dig in, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. It's free, and it helps you stay updated every time we share practical, down-to-earth gardening tips that actually work without breaking your budget. If you love seeing your garden come alive, that button is your best friend. Now grab a warm drink, pull on your gloves, and let's get into the seeds you must sow in early winter, starting with one that brings both freshness and fragrance even when the air feels too cold for life. Let's start with coriander, an herb that quietly defies the cold and rewards the gardener who understands timing. When most seeds struggle to germinate in chilly conditions, coriander thrives. In early winter, the cool soil actually helps this plant produce more flavorful leaves and prevents it from bolting too quickly, a common problem in hot weather. This makes it the perfect herb for gardeners who want to keep harvesting fresh greens even as the days grow shorter. The secret lies in using the right seed variety. Look for slow-bolting coriander types, as they are far more adaptable to winter conditions. Early winter sowing also ensures the plant's roots grow stronger beneath the surface, preparing for a fuller, denser harvest in late winter or early spring. While other plants rest, coriander gets busy underground, storing energy and nutrients. By planting it in loose, well-drained soil with moderate moisture, you give it the ideal foundation to push through frost and cold snaps without stress. Adding a thin mulch layer can also protect it from sudden temperature drops and help retain warmth around the root zone. The beauty of coriander isn't just its versatility in the kitchen, but its role in soil health. As it grows, coriander releases natural oils that deter harmful insects like aphids and spider mites, making it a silent guardian for nearby plants. And when it finally flowers, it attracts beneficial pollinators that will help your future crops flourish. This makes coriander not just a crop, but an investment in your garden's long-term balance. Here's a small trick. If you scatter your seeds rather than sowing them in rows, you'll encourage natural density and reduce the need for weeding later. This mimics how coriander grows in the wild, spreading comfortably, creating a lush green carpet that protects the soil from erosion. Water sparingly, but consistently. Coriander dislikes soggy roots, but needs consistent hydration to flavor up those aromatic leaves. Bonus tip: coriander loves company. Grow it alongside carrots or spinach to improve flavor and deter pests naturally. And here's something fascinating. Coriander grown in winter produces more intense essential oils, meaning stronger aroma and richer taste in your dishes. So while others wait for spring to enjoy their herbs, you'll already have a thriving bed of fragrant green ready to harvest. Next up is onions, the quiet champions of the winter garden. Most people think onions belong strictly to spring planting, but early winter sowing gives them a powerful advantage. When you plant onion seeds or sets now, they establish deep, sturdy roots before the soil hardens, preparing them to surge once the weather begins to warm. The cold period actually triggers their internal clock, setting them up for strong, uniform bulb development later on. In short, early winter sowing means you'll be harvesting larger, sweeter onions before most gardeners even start theirs. The key is to choose the right variety. Go for overwintering types like Senchu Yellow, Radar, or Red Baron. These are bred to handle frost and short daylight hours, thriving where others would fail. Plant the sets in raised beds or rows about an inch deep, and make sure the soil is rich in organic matter. Onions love loose, well-aerated earth. A small sprinkle of compost before planting can give them a nutritional boost, and adding straw mulch afterward helps insulate the young bulbs while preventing weed growth. As the weeks pass, you may notice little green shoots poking through the frosty soil. Don't worry, that's exactly what you want. Those slender tops are signs that the roots have settled well. During the coldest weeks, avoid overwatering. Onions prefer slightly dry conditions in winter, and too much moisture can cause rot. If you live in an area with heavy frost, cover your bed with a breathable fabric or fleece on extremely cold nights to protect young plants from frostbite. One of the best things about planting onions in early winter is that they're virtually maintenance-free. Once established, they quietly do their work underground. By the time early spring rolls in, you'll already have vigorous growth, meaning earlier harvests and better-tasting bulbs. Onions that mature from winter sowing tend to be sweeter and less pungent because the slow growth under cooler conditions allows sugars to build gradually. This means better flavor, longer storage, and stronger resistance to pests. Bonus tip: plant onions near lettuce, carrots, or beets to naturally repel aphids and carrot flies. Their strong scent confuses pests, protecting your entire bed. And here's a fun fact: onions grown in winter not only last longer in storage, but also retain more antioxidants. So by getting your onions in early, you're not just saving time, you're growing smarter, tastier, and healthier produce that lasts all year. If you're finding these winter gardening secrets helpful so far, take a quick moment to hit that like button. It really helps more gardeners discover tips like these. And while you're at it, drop a comment below sharing what seeds you're planning to sow this winter. I love hearing what's growing in your garden, and you might just inspire someone else to start theirs. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't yet. Every week we share simple, practical gardening insights that make your plants thrive no matter the season. It costs nothing, but it means you'll never miss a single tip that could completely change how you grow. Now, let's keep the momentum going with another powerful early winter seed that not only grows beautifully in the cold, but also fills your space with scent and life. Now let's talk about basil, a plant most gardeners assume is strictly for warm weather. But here's a twist. With the right technique, you can successfully sow basil even in early winter. While it may seem delicate, basil can absolutely thrive indoors or in protected outdoor setups during the cold months. The secret is understanding its microclimate needs. If you provide warmth at the root zone and enough light, basil will reward you with lush, aromatic leaves long before spring arrives. The beauty of winter basil is that it grows slower, which actually deepens its flavor and concentration of essential oils, giving you richer, more fragrant harvests. Start your seeds in small trays or biodegradable pots filled with light, well-draining soil. Basil doesn't like being waterlogged, especially in cold weather, so use a gentle mist to moisten the soil rather than soaking it. Place your seedlings near a sunny window or under a grow light for about 12 to 14 hours a day. If you're growing outdoors, keep them in a greenhouse or under a cold frame to shield them from frost. You can even use clear plastic covers or simple DIY mini cloches to create a warm microclimate. These small adjustments can make the difference between weak sprouts and a thriving basil forest. The advantage of starting basil in early winter is the head start it gives you. By the time spring rolls around, you'll already have mature plants ready to move outside. No waiting for new seedlings to catch up. Plus, basil grown slowly in cool months tends to have thicker leaves and a more concentrated aroma. Imagine adding that homegrown flavor to your soups, sauces, and teas while everyone else is still waiting for the right weather. It's a gardener's secret shortcut to freshness all year round. If you notice your basil becoming leggy, it's just asking for more light. So rotate the pots regularly and pinch off the top leaves once they're about 6 inches tall. This encourages bushier growth and prevents the plant from stretching too tall.
Basil also enjoys companionship. Planting it near tomatoes or peppers when you later move it outdoors helps enhance their flavor and deter certain pests. Bonus tip, mix your basil varieties for diversity and depth of flavor. Try Genovese for traditional aroma, lemon basil for citrus notes, and Thai basil for that peppery spice. When combined, they not only boost pollination, but also create a rich culinary palette that elevates every dish. And here's something few gardeners know. Basil emits subtle natural compounds that can repel mosquitoes and flies, even indoors. So you're not just growing herbs, you're creating a fragrant, pest-resistant atmosphere that keeps your space alive and fresh all winter long. Finally, let's dive into microgreens, the true gems of early winter gardening. These tiny, nutrient-packed plants grow incredibly fast, taking just 7 to 14 days from seed to harvest. When most of the garden sleeps under frost, microgreens thrive indoors with minimal space and effort. Think of them as the quickest way to get your gardening fix while boosting your nutrition through the cold months. From radish and mustard to broccoli, kale, and pea shoots, you can grow dozens of varieties in shallow trays right by your kitchen window. The best part? You don't even need a yard. Just a little light, a bit of soil, and a sprinkle of care. Start by choosing clean trays or shallow containers and fill them with organic potting mix or even coconut coir for a lighter base. Scatter your seeds densely. Microgreens are meant to grow close together, and gently press them into the soil. Mist them lightly and cover with a lid or damp cloth for the first few days to maintain humidity. Once you see tiny shoots breaking through, remove the cover and let them soak up indirect sunlight or the glow of a grow light. Within a week, you'll have vibrant greens bursting with flavor and color, ready to snip and sprinkle over your meals. Growing microgreens in early winter isn't just convenient, it's one of the healthiest habits you can form. Studies show that microgreens can contain up to 40 times more nutrients than their mature versions. That means every handful is loaded with vitamins, antioxidants, and enzymes your body craves during colder months. It's also a fantastic way to keep your gardening rhythm going when outdoor beds are off limits. Plus, kids and beginners love them. They grow fast, they're colorful, and they give a real sense of accomplishment in just days. You can experiment endlessly with microgreens too. Mix arugula with purple radish for a spicy kick, or sunflower with basil for a nutty sweet combo. They're not only delicious, but also beautiful to look at. Perfect for brightening up your home during gray winter days. Keep your trays clean, rotate them daily for even growth, and harvest once the first true leaves appear. A simple snip with scissors just above the soil line is all it takes. Reuse the soil a couple of times or compost it afterward to feed future plantings. Bonus tip, microgreens grow exceptionally well under low-cost LED lights, meaning you can produce fresh greens all year long right on your countertop. And here's something many gardeners don't realize. Growing microgreens indoors also improves air quality by adding subtle moisture and oxygen to your space. So while others wait for spring, you're cultivating vitality, beauty, and nourishment from the warmth of your own home, proving once again that a true gardener never stops growing, no matter the season. And there you have it, coriander, onions, basil, and microgreens. 4 powerful, simple, and rewarding seeds you can sow right now in early winter to keep your garden and your spirit alive through the cold months. While most people see winter as the season of rest, real gardeners see it as the season of preparation. Every seed you tuck into the soil now is a quiet promise, one that bursts into life when the first whispers of spring arrive. Remember, gardening isn't just about seasons. It's about rhythm and understanding the natural flow of life. Early winter sowing gives you a head start not only in harvest, but in connection, a deeper bond with the earth that keeps giving back. You'll find that the more you plant in this season, the more you learn patience, timing, and the joy of small beginnings. There's something deeply satisfying about knowing your hands are creating life when the world seems still. If this video opened your eyes to the hidden potential of winter gardening, don't just leave. Take action. Try at least one of these seeds this week. Share your progress in the comments below. I'd love to see your journey and answer any questions you might have. And while you're there, let's help each other grow. Your experience might inspire someone else to start their own winter patch of green. If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe for more weekly tips and techniques that help you make the most of every planting season. Tap the bell so you never miss practical, budget-friendly gardening wisdom designed to help you grow smarter and greener. Until next time, keep your soil rich, your hands dirty, and your heart full of curiosity. Early winter might look quiet, but in your garden, life is just beginning.